going on? This is John Fierce, Bishop Stevens. How are we doing, sir?
I'm doing good, brother. How about you?
I'm
all right?
Fantastic. We're at Contamination.
Hey, and we're having a good time.
We're having a good time, and not only is it Contamination, guys, but Dave took a year off. It is the return.
The comeback.
The comeback. The return of Contamination. And everyone was super excited to have it come back because we were missing it. You know, Dave went away to do a job, came back, and we're so glad it's back. And have you been having fun?
Man, I'm having a great time. I got to tell you guys, this year alone, I've done 5 of these.
Yeah.
And this is my first Contamination. This is off the chain.
Awesome. Well, I got a couple questions about Contamination, and then I got a couple questions about your career. So, since it's your first time at Contamination, I've been asking all the celebrities, what experience would you take away from Contamination?
I'm going to say, let me think about that. Let me get this right, because there's certain ways you can say something. Let me say it right. I'm going to truly say incredible.
Awesome.
I mean, honestly, I travel a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I do, like I said, and the hotel room, great.
Yeah.
The limo, awesome.
Off the hook.
Off the hook. You know, the fans, the crowd. So everything just, and the treatment that you guys are giving us.
Well, and so we always tell people, like, at Contamination, it's a lot more personal. Like, when you go to Wizard World, nothing against Wizard World. I love Wizard World. It just is, this is how it usually goes because it's such a big, a big convention. This is how you go in. Hi, what's your name? Oh, my name's John. What would you like? And then you have to shake their hand and then out. Here, like, you can have dinner with the celebrities. You can get a beer with them. Like, they'll sign whatever you want.
We can get a beer?
Oh, we're getting a beer after
Okay, we know we're going after this.
We're getting a beer.
Well, you know, and you know, myself, you know, I've done a few Walker Stalkers.
Yes, I've never been to that one, but I've heard of it.
And it's just like you just said. Now, don't get it twisted. It's great. It's great. But you're right. You know, you got a line of thousands of people.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like...
It's just more personal.
Yeah, you're pushing them through kind of like cattle.
Yeah.
They push you through like
here, like I was just doing an interview with Leslie Easterbrook from Police Academy.
Right.
We sat and chatted for an hour. Like if you went to some other cons, like you said, like what was the one?
Walker Stalker. Yeah.
Like you'd maybe have maybe a minute and a half with them, if that. Yeah.
Well, that actually doing Walker Stalker, if you're actually out on the floor, you wouldn't even be able to do these interviews with any of them.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't even be able to talk to me now. You'd have to wait till we went back to the green room.
Oh, gotcha.
And do it in the green room.
And then my third question about Contamination, like, you know, Dave Dyer, he puts on such a great show.
Yes.
Explain your experience that you've had so far with Dave Dyer. He's such a great guy.
You know, I got to tell you, people who throw these events are a rare breed. You know, I actually put it on my Facebook page. You know, the people, the management for this convention. I mean, him and his wife have been. Dave hurt his leg. He's still running around here trying to make sure everybody's happy.
This is his 5th con, like his 5th Contamination. And like I said, Dave he's such a great friend. He lets me come, interview, and he's just the nicest guy. And if you guys haven't checked out Contamination, you guys just need to come.
Come check it out. Check it out.
So let's get to questions about the career. What are the newest projects coming up?
Well, we are actually getting ready to do a new. Not long ago I did this film. It's called Submerge.
Okay, cool.
All right, Nairi Reborn, and we're getting ready. And these were short films. They're done by Demetrius Witherspoon. He's a writer and director.
Okay.
What he did first, he did 3 short films.
Nice.
To get it out there. And actually, he got Submerged. It's over in Japan and China. So
doing well.
He's doing well.
Okay.
We got a card game and stuff and all that stuff. But because it's doing so well overseas, like a lot of films do, he's actually going to go into a feature film.
Nice.
And do a feature submerged film with the
now,
backing.
can you tell me in the audience anything about the feature, or got to keep it under wraps?
I can tell you I'm in it.
Yes. Well, that's a good thing.
I can tell you I'm in it.
Second question, you know, and for everyone that doesn't know, what was like your very first project? What was the first project that put you on the map? Put Bishop Stevens on the map?
You know what? A lot of people forget the fact that I used to be a professional wrestler for World Championship Wrestling in the WWE.
Yes.
When World Championship Wrestling got bought out by the WWF, of course the WWF then owned our contracts.
Okay.
And so, you know, I've been on the map for years. But what happened recently in the last couple of years, so I've only been active for 3 years.
Yeah.
The last 3 years.
And I love your wrestling career. Love
yeah,
it.
me too.
Love it.
Thank you. But in the last 3 years, I got picked up by a little show called Empire.
Yes.
And which was the #1 show, record-breaking show, first season. I was on there for the first season. And from there, I've worked with, Norman Reedus in Walking Dead. I've worked with Victor Gerber and DC Legends.
And Walking Dead's one of my favorite television shows. You got to get on that, brother.
Hey, well, I mean, what we're trying to do right now is, they're doing a lot of spin-offs and a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to do with that is wait for one of those big roles to come up. I'm working with them now. I'm doing stuff with them now.
Nice.
So, but you're waiting for that role that fits you.
Exactly.
That's, if you think about it, Walking Dead, Orange is the New Black, DC Legends.
Yeah.
A lot of these shows, the reason why they're doing so well, they're not just putting actors in roles.
Yeah.
They're literally hiring the actors who fit the role, live the role, look the role.
That's what I love about Walking Dead, because it was, I'm sure everybody knows this, but it was a comic book first.
Right.
If you look at the comic book, the guy that played, Andrew Lincoln that plays Rick, looks exactly like the comic book.
Almost just like.
It's that attention to detail, and I don't like when they just slap it together. They got to have detail, guys. That's what it's all about.
Exactly.
And then my third and last question, my friend got to meet Hulk Hogan, and since you're in the Wrestling Foundation, that guy's a character, man. If you could just tell me just one story about you and Hulk. Any good stories?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you the truth. When I was in WCW, this happened, and it was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Hogan, they put together the NWO.
Yeah.
And there's literally a scene on Monday Nitro where Eric Bischoff is inside, not Eric, Vince Russo.
Yeah.
Is inside this protective thing, and a bunch of security guys are bringing him out.
Yeah.
And him and Goldberg they got a little feud going.
Okay.
And Goldberg comes out and knocks all of us out. Boom, 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 right?
Yeah.
All right. At the time we were doing security, so they were making the new wrestlers do security. Remember that?
Yeah.
So I go back in the back, and what they did is they said, Bishop, which at the time was Ali, and they said, we need to get you out the way because you're too big. So Goldberg gives me the pop, and I get out the way. Go down, get out the way.
Yeah.
I go in the back. Hogan pulls me to the side. Brother, what the hell is wrong with you? You're fucking 6'3", you're 280 pounds, you're about as big as his ass is, and you're gonna let him take you down with one pop? Now, keep in mind, I'm doing what I was told to do by the boss.
Yeah, exactly, the boss.
What I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
But here you got Hulk Hogan telling you, that's not the way you sell it, brother.
Yeah.
You don't do it like that, brother. You're too big, you got too much going on. I don't want to see no bullshit right now.
Wow.
And you know what, the bottom line, all I can do is sit there and go,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm no small guy. I'm no him.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do? Hulk Hogan's
It's
yelling
Hulk
at you about making the shit look real.
So how did it end up going?
Well, I mean, like I said, Goldberg hits me, I bail out, and I stay out.
Okay.
Hogan yells at me because I stayed out instead of getting back up.
Gotcha.
Or not even taking a fall. Hogan, as far as Hogan's was concerned, I should have went back, and then especially in the other security, I should have been one of the first ones right back on Goldberg.
Gotcha.
But then Goldberg probably would have beat the shit out of me.
Well, I had to ask because my friend knew that you were coming, and he's such a big wrestling fan. I'm a wrestling fan, but not as much as he is. So I had to ask. I was like, just give me one good story of you and Hulk.
No, that was it.
That's definitely a crazy story, man.
There's always stories about, guys, oh man, he's a cool guy, he went with, stuff like that. And there's so many stories about Hogan being an ass. There's so many stories about Hulk Hogan being an ass.
Yeah.
So many stories about Randy Savage being an ass. Things happen when you're in the dressing room. Things happen. We don't know what, but I never had a bad time with any of those guys.
That's awesome. That's cool. I mean, it was all a pleasurable experience.
All pleasurable.
Well, Bishop, this has been an amazing.
It was great.